Yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss. Slide in the spot, that's pressure. Whole team up, that's extra. Clock on my wrist, that's measure. Time that I spent, that's treasure. Mama say, boy, stay focused. I turn my pain into bonus. I turn my doubts into trophies. Now all these rumors, my promos. Yeah, 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 the boss. Yeah, 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 the boss. Woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss. Yeah, yeah, sauce. Yeah, yeah, the boss. Yeah, yeah, the boss. Woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss. Talk that talk, yeah, walking loud when I walk. Big play, big drip, no loss. Say my name right, sauce the boss. Sauce that boss. Talk that talk, yeah, walking loud when I walk. Big play, big drip, no loss. Say my name right, sauce the boss. Came from the back of the line. Now they all wait on my time. Phone blowing up, decline. If it ain't checks, never mind. Gold on my teeth when I grin. Still got a chip on my chin. Still got a chip on my shoulder. Stacking my wins, getting bolder. Yeah, 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 the boss. Yeah, 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 the boss. Woo, yeah, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss. Slide in the spot, that's pressure. Whole team up, that's extra. Clock on my wrist, that's measure. Time that I spent, that's treasure. Mama say, boy, stay focused. I turn my pain into bonus. I turn my doubts into trophies. Now all these rumors, my promos. Yeah, 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 the boss. Yeah, 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 the boss. Woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss. Yeah, yeah, sauce. Yeah, yeah, the boss. Yeah, yeah, the boss. Woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss. Talk that talk, yeah, walking loud when I walk. Big play, big drip, no loss. Say my name right, sauce the boss. Sauce that boss. Talk that talk, yeah, walking loud when I walk. Big play, big drip, no loss. Say my name right, sauce the boss. Came from the back of the line. Now they all wait on my time. Phone blowing up, decline. If it ain't checks, never mind. Gold on my teeth when I grin. Still got a chip on my chin. Still got a chip on my shoulder. Stacking my wins, getting bolder. Yeah, 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 the boss. Yeah, 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 the boss. Woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss. Slide in the spot, that's pressure. Whole team up, that's extra. Clock on my wrist, that's measure. Time that I spent, that's treasure. Mama say, boy, stay focused. I turn my pain into bonus. I turn my doubts into trophies. Now all these rumors, my promos. Yeah, 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 the boss. Yeah, 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 the boss. Woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah.
These are terrifying facts you wish you never knew. Part 6. There's an antidepressant that eliminates somebody's ability to feel love and compassion. Even if your phone is using incognito mode, Wi-Fi routers still keep logs of what websites you visit, and the owner of the router can check this whenever they want. In 1963, the Bronx Zoo had an exhibit. It was called The Most Dangerous Animal in the World. It was a mirror. You got 12 hours to eat every hot dog in here for $1,000 each. You can pick 3 friends to help you. Who are you choosing? Let me know down below. A man had went to the doctors complaining about discomfort in his throat. When they checked, they found an octopus living in it. It was surviving off all the food he was eating and absorbing it. It turns out the man had went to a sushi restaurant and had eaten a live octopus. It's a delicacy in South Korea. It decided to move in instead. When Tatanisha Hedman found out that her husband was being inappropriate with her daughter, she kept quiet, waited for him to fall asleep, doused him with gasoline, and lit him on fire. She then admitted to police that she lit him on fire because shooting him would have been too nice. Should I do a part 7?
Terrifying animals you are glad are extinct. Number 1, the Megalodon shark. This animal can grow to about 60 feet long, and one tooth is said to be the size of a human. They were meat-eating creatures that could kill and destroy just about anything. If they were still around today, oceans would be off limits. Number 2, the Titanoboa. This snake weighed about 2,000 pounds but was also 40 feet long. The snakes killed their prey with constrictions, meaning they would suffocate them to death. Number 3, the Caprosuchus. Just imagine if a T-Rex and a crocodile had a baby. This animal looks like a crocodile, but it has very long legs and can run very fast. The Caprosuchus could run as fast as 40 kilometers per hour. For context, the average male human runs at just 13 kilometers per hour. 4 more.
Sauce the boss, yo, sauce the boss, of course. Hence, it's a simple sauce.
Imagine innocently filming your child and capturing a ghost boy in the video. At first I thought it was a doll until the dad gets scared and runs away.
Ha! Gotcha. Found you.
You can't catch me.
Hey, whoa!
To me, that clearly looks like a demonic child. You know, the lore of the black-eyed children, it kind of looks like that. And what's crazy is that these demonic entities are known to pry on children. You can see that the child is not scared at all, because to him, it's his friend.
Terrifying games you don't want to play, part 31. Looky Looky. If you are able to survive this game, you will receive a gift which is valuable beyond belief. However, the consequence of losing is a long and painful death. To play the game, you will need a candlestick, a match or lighter, and a bucket of white paint. Once you have acquired these items, you'll need to use the white paint to draw images of eyeballs on every window around your house. Be warned, if you miss a single window, your house will not be protected, and the game will become impossible to win. Once you have finished your paintings, you'll need to find a room without windows, close the door, and wait until midnight. Once the clock strikes 12, you'll need to light your candlestick and say the words, "Looky, looky, come and see. Looky, looky, you won't find me," 3 times in succession. This will summon the Looksee Man. For the next 6 hours or until sunrise, the Looksee Man will move around your house, trying to catch a glimpse of you through the windows. Your job will be to continuously move around the house without being caught. You also cannot let your candlestick go out, or you will automatically lose the game. If you're able to survive until sunrise, blow out your candle and the Looksee Man will disappear, leaving you with the gift of future sight and all the benefits that come with being able to see into the future. However, if you are caught, you will be taken away to the Looksee Man's lair, where he will consume your eyes and leave you to die alone. Comment whether or not you would play this game, and follow for more.
About you, and it's no one else like you is what they're getting. Positive vibes only.
Now,
Shout out to King Saul's boss in the
whole
build.
world cries. It's very, very sad. Maybe because we're the fucking problem. But some of these creatures that I'm gonna go over today, fuck it. Be gone, thoughts! Take the L, bitch! Because these are some of the scariest, creepiest IP when I look at them animals that have ever gone extinct. Now I'm apologizing. Because if you're in bed watching the Afroplura, fuck. An 8.5-foot millipede. Are you mental? Fam, that's bigger than me. Obviously, by only 2.5 feet because I am a 6-foot alpha fucking male. Every hair on my body just went ping. The Pulmonoscorpius. Ping. A skin-crawling 1-meter-long scorpion with fossils discovered in Scotland. That's kind of close. I don't need to be worried. They're extinct, right? Right! Now, they weren't the most friendly. So this, I do not recommend. Finally, we have the Dunkleosteus, one of the most dangerous predators of its time. Opening its jaws so fast that it pulls everything inside. Mwah.
At
Spanish
home.
donkey.
Who else, man? Sauce the boss, man. Of course, Sauce.
Scold's bridle. Shrew's fiddle. Torture wheel. The iron chair. Flip binding. Stoning.
Sauce the boss, yo. Sauce the boss, of course. Assembly sauce.
So the guy that was arrested for stealing over 100 human skulls, skeletons, bones from a cemetery in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania had an Instagram, and it's pretty shocking. So he went by the name Dead Shit Daddy, and as you can see, he was selling these human remains to a network of buyers. If you go check out his Instagram page, there are dozens, if not hundreds, of posts detailing these different skulls that he was, I guess, refurbishing, or whatever the word you would use to describe what he was doing to them. And then, as you can see, he was also selling a lot of them and sometimes showcasing what he called his personal collection. Now, interesting, on a number of his posts, I noticed that he used the wording, as you can see down there, if you know, you know, available, for sale. As you can see, here is another post from just a few days ago where he said, if you know, you know, skulls/bones available. He also had skulls that I'm assuming he carved into himself, like this skull depicting the Seal of Solomon, an ancient kind of mystical, magical seal. He was also showing the process of restoring a number of his specimens, which included the skulls and remains of children. And yes, some of this stuff, some of these posts are just hard to believe. This post I found to be particularly damning, though. As you can see in the caption, he wrote, "Unwhitened from Europe in 19th century would generally infer a few things about its original acquisition," with a tombstone emoji, though I cannot confirm that. So I believe that when he said that in his caption, he's literally telling people that he stole this from a grave, saying would generally infer a few things about its acquisition with a tombstone emoji, and saying he can't confirm that. I mean, it's pretty brazen and on the nose here. Him basically telling people that, yeah, you know, I stole this skull from a grave and now you can purchase it if you'd like to. So this obviously complicates the case a lot now, because investigators announced they had found those 100 plus skulls, parts of skeletons in his home. But taking a look at his Instagram, he had been selling this stuff for a long time, for years. So truly, I don't think there's any way to even get a proper estimate right now as to how many graves this guy robbed, or how many skulls and bones he actually ended up selling to.
If you don't share this video, she'll come get you. Just kidding, but Carmen Winstead was so horrifying. She was just 17 years old, but she wouldn't fit in. She had no friends. Most girls called her weird and said that she was smelly. One rainy day during a fire drill, they pushed her. She fell 20 feet deep into a sewer, and the school said it was an accident. She broke her neck, and that was the end of her. But the truth is that she was pushed. Weeks later, the whole school started getting emails saying that if you don't repost this, she will get you. Most people laughed and they thought it was a joke, and people were even mocking her. One of the people that was making fun of her never returned home, and he was found in a sewer. The neck was snapped and they were frozen in fear. They say the email still goes around, sometimes in your spam or sometimes in TikTok comments. But if you happen to see it and if you happen to ignore it, she will come get you. Don't say we didn't warn you. What did you guys think about this creepy chainmail that was going on? I know, it horrified me.
Amsterdam's historic Vondelkerk Church is no more. Last night, as the city was celebrating New Year's, it caught fire and burnt down, and emergency services already confirmed that the building is no longer salvageable and warned that the whole church may collapse due to the fire's intensity. It was nearly 150 years old. So the big question everyone's asking is, How did this happen, and who is responsible? Police so far, they've pretty much said nothing. Local media report, though, that it's suspected that it was likely hit by fireworks. And the thing is, this comes as police officers in the Netherlands say that they themselves were shot at with fireworks. They had petrol bombs thrown at them and other explosives. And they said that they faced a, quote, unprecedented amount of violence on New Year's Eve. So much so that shortly after midnight, authorities issued a rare nationwide alert via mobile phones warning people to not call overwhelmed emergency services unless their lives were at risk. When we know more about the cause of this fire, I'll make an update.
The World's Most Cursed Items, Part 5. Now this one can be considered haunted, cursed, or maybe both. The famous gypsy doll dubbed Let Me Out. The doll was first discovered in the late 70s in Australia, found underneath an abandoned house by two brothers. Said to be over 200 years old and came from Romania. The owner, Kerry Walton, even had it evaluated by a psychic, who speculates that the spirit of a young boy who drowned inhabits the doll. There is numerous claims that it moves by itself, making people and animals alike around it uncomfortable.
There are some crazy things happening out there right now. Russia is planning a ban on incoming phone calls from countries they consider unfriendly, which is a lot of them. An insider high up at Rockstar said that their cybersecurity is on the same level of the FBI and the CIA. They monitor the internet so aggressively that leakers are often caught within minutes. There were only about 2,000 craft breweries in the entire country of the United States in 2010, and now there's over 10,000. As of this year, Ether Catherine is a woman from the UK, and she's the only verified person on Earth to have been born before 1910. The Taliban detained 4 men who were dressed up as Peaky Blinders characters. The feds brought a woman over from Europe into the United States to face charges for smuggling airplane parts to Russia, and now she's facing deportation before her trial. A 20-year-old lottery winner rejected $1 million payment in order to take $1,000 a week for the rest of her life. Would you have done that? I don't know. Genetically modified mosquitoes were just released into the United States to fight off mosquito-borne diseases like Zika and yellow fever. This is what a blue whale looks like trapped by cargo ships inside of the ocean. You would think there's a lot of room to maneuver in the ocean for a whale, but it's because of all the sounds from the cargo ships that are causing it to go all over the place.
This former Disney Channel star was arrested on Christmas Eve for child pornography charges, amongst other things. So this is Matt Prokop, and you might recognize him from High School Musical 3, Hannah Montana, and a number of other shows. Now, Matt has appeared in other shows like The Office, but his first really big role came when he played the character Zara in High School Musical 3. And for years, as he got older, Matt retained a level of celebrity because for years he was dating Modern Family star Sarah Hyland. Now, disturbingly, Sarah would go on to get a restraining order against her former boyfriend, Matt Prokop, because according to her, he was verbally and physically abusive. In 2024, Matt was arrested for allegedly abusing his girlfriend, and he was charged with aggravated family assault and resisting arrest. But on Christmas Eve of this year, Matt was arrested again. And initially, according to this reporting that I'm reading, Matt was arrested on Christmas Eve for violating conditions of his previous bond. However, somewhere along the way, I guess investigators found child pornography on some of his devices or one of his devices, and that's why they've slapped him with this charge as well. He's currently being held in the Victoria, Texas jail without bail, meaning that he's been in there since Christmas Eve, and I don't know if he's going to be getting out anytime soon. Obviously, anytime you have a case where there's a former child star that is found with child pornography on one or more of their devices, that is incredibly troubling and disturbing, and we just don't know all the details yet about exactly what has happened here. But I will definitely keep you guys updated, so make sure to follow to stay up to date.
This girl was born with 2 heads. Manar Magid was born in Egypt in 2004, but she wasn't born alone. Attached to her head was another head, a second skull, a face that could blink, smile, and move its lips, but had no body of its own. It was her twin, a parasitic twin, fused to her scalp and feeding off her bloodstream. The condition is called Craniohopicus parasiticus, and it's so rare that fewer than a dozen cases have ever been recorded in human history. The second head had no thoughts, no consciousness, but it moved, and it lived through her. Doctors feared that Manar wouldn't survive. The parasitic twin was draining her body's strength. Her organs overworked just to keep both heads alive. Every heartbeat, every breath, shared. In 2005, at just 10 months old, Manar underwent a high-risk surgery to remove the second head. The surgery was a success, and it was the first of its kind. And Manar lived. She opened her eyes, she smiled, but the victory was short. Just weeks after the surgery, she died of a brain infection. Her body simply couldn't keep up.
These movies are terrifying, they're underrated, they're underseen, and you have been warned. I'm Chuck. I'd love to be your movie guy. Hit the like button, give me a follow, and this is 5 paranormal nightmares that are criminally underrated. Fragile is super creepy, and it stars Ally McBeal. Callista Flockhart is this lady that takes a job at a rundown children's hospital, and she must protect them from malevolent forces. This one got me. I think Lights Out is terrifying, and I'll always talk about it, and it's about this girl that must battle these malevolent forces attached to her mother and these experiences her brother has. This one gets me every time. It's terrifying. Crimson Peak is one of those beautifully haunting movies ever made about this woman named Edith whose mother dies, and then she falls in love with this outsider, and he moves her away from everything she knows to this home that is literally alive and terrifying. This has tension like none other. The Afterglow's a tough one, but it's terrifying, and it's about this man named Oliver who's haunted by ghosts of the past because he had a sexual awakening with a dead girl, and he's trying to match that. This one's kind of fucked up, but it's legitimately scary. Demon is an absolutely terrifying take on Jewish folklore, and it's about this Polish-English guy who marries this woman that he met on the internet, and he digs up this skeleton and starts having hallucinations. According to Seth, recommended this to me, and Demon is absolutely downright terrifying. As always, let me know what you think of this list, and if you want me to make more lists, I'm Chuck. I'd love to be your movie guy. Hit the like button. Give me a follow.
Okay, guys, it looks like it may be happening. Multiple explosions are coming out of Venezuela, and U.S. officials have told the BBC that Trump has ordered strikes on sites inside Venezuela, including military facilities. Here's what we know so far. So videos show military helicopters flying over Caracas, Venezuela's capital, and others show huge strikes being carried out on specific locations. Now, the Venezuelan president, Maduro, he's declared a national emergency and blamed the U.S. for these strikes, saying that they're trying to take the country's oil and minerals. He's also ordered all national defense plans to be implemented and all social and political forces in the country to activate mobilization plans. Now, there's still no official word from the Trump administration on these strikes, so I'll have to make an update as we know more.
If you were driving late at night and you saw a person in the middle of the road asking for help, then whatever you do, do not stop, because you're going to be the one asking for help just after. And if you're like, no, bro, I gotta help, I just can't let a person in this situation, well, let me tell you that there is a 50% chance or even higher that you're gonna regret it. And if you don't believe me, listen to this story. You see, it all started when a man was driving late at night, and all of a sudden, he came across a lady that was asking for help in the middle of the road. So the man who was driving decided to stop and see what's going on. This is where she explained to the driver that she was lost and she needed the ride back home. And by her voice, you can tell that she was very frustrated. When the driver heard that, he was like, okay, you know what? Get in the car. And he gave her his jacket in case she was feeling cold. Now, they're both inside the car. She gave him the address, and she kept thanking him for helping her. We know the driver in the front was like, yeah, don't even mention it. And they both kept silent until he made it to the address she gave him. And once they made it there, she left the car, she thanked him again, then she went home. The next day, the driver came back to the same place. If you're asking why, well, basically to get back the jacket he gave to the lady he helped. And when he made it to her house, he knocked the door, but it wasn't the lady that he helped that opened the door. It was an old lady. So the old lady talking to the driver was like, who the hell are you? This is where the driver explained that he helped a woman yesterday and this is supposed to be her house. When the old lady heard him saying that, she was like, the person you're describing doesn't even live here. This is where the driver tried to describe and explain again. But the old lady didn't seem to care. She was like, the person you're talking about. Wait, you actually might be right. The person you're describing sounds exactly like my daughter. See, the driver started to get pissed off. He was like, I don't care if it's your daughter, your stepmom, your grandma, tell her to bring the jacket. This is where the old lady said something shocking. She said that her daughter, many years ago. You see, when the driver heard that, he was so shocked. He was like, yes, my daughter actually on an accident. And just like you described, she in that exact same road. Sorry. Yeah, you see, every day I try to pretend that it's all right, but it's hurting me inside. It's not all right. My jacket got stolen by a ghost. Excuse me? I personally gave my jacket to your daughter yesterday, and that's expensive. You're telling me that your daughter is a ghost. I want my jacket back. Wait. So this whole time you was shocked, not because of what you heard, it was because of your jacket. Don't even start, okay? Don't even talk. Unless you want me to reunite you with her, let me get the hell out of here without you talking. Thank you. And that's exactly why you should not help strangers on the road. You're too hard, might stand too close, you're gonna probably drown. How this way? I'm about to show. I've been on the road. I don't care because I get paid.
Satan's sketchbook got leaked, and that's the day starfish infected the food web. This Second Amendment abusing bottom feeder is one of the most disgustingly grotesque things to barely qualify as alive, and the only way to explain that is to explain what it'd be like to be hunted by one. Imagine minding your business when a flagrant affront to the food web starts crawling towards you, as if the way they travel wasn't a dent to your mental health enough. Now imagine this body snatcher slaps an armful of tube feet on your face, just to use the suction cups to force your mouth open. Hey, yo. Now, fun fact about Satan Squishmallow, they're a lot stronger than anything that close to a face hugger should be, and starfish can spend not hours, but days of your life playing tug-of-war with your jaw. Bro's a predator of persistence, a predator that only needs you to open your mouth 1/10 of a millimeter to win. Except winning means ejecting their stomach out of their mouths and shoving it down your throat, only to then release digestive juices inside you to dissolve you and cook you from the inside out. The end game of getting stalked by a starfish is being tucked in with no bedtime story, except instead of a blanket, you get engulfed by a corrosive embrace as an outside stomach entombs you, and you'd probably scream if the process didn't liquefy your lower jaw. Your last moments would be the stomach retracting back into its gaping maw, along with what is now only a half-digested concept of what you were. That's a lot of damn nerve for an animal with no brain, and a Lovecraftian loofah straight out of Stephen King's Wet Dream. Also, the devil's fidget spinner is a known cannibal. This creature is a body horror film that has been playing on loop for the last 400 million years, and the only thing we have in common is that they start life the same way they live it. As an asshole. That's Deuterostorm timing. The more you know.
We have some crazy things going on in the world right now. A Goodwill in Florida was evacuated after a live grenade was found in one of the donation bins. Always has to be Florida. For the first time in 84 years, there were 0 survivors of the attack on Pearl Harbor at the annual memorial. Bill Gates' 22-year-old daughter came out and said that it's terrifying for the boys who she brings home to meet her socially awkward father in his $63 million mansion. I could not imagine. Come on, the right guy will vibe with him and be socially awkward with him, I'm sure. In the last 3 years, women over 40 have had more babies than women under 20. A 17-year-old NASA intern discovered a brand new planet on his 3rd day in office. There is a trend amongst billionaires in China right now where they are having hundreds of children to build, quote, unstoppable dynasties. And China as a whole is about to impose a 13% tax on condoms to boost fertility nationwide. Japan only recorded 686,000 births in 2024, which is the lowest amount of births in Japan since 1899. Girls are officially now less likely than boys to say that they want to get married. Putin gifted a $22,000 motorcycle to a random Alaskan man, and no one really officially knows the reason why.
Sauce the
Horror
boss,
movies
yo.
based on
Sauce the
true-
boss, of course.
There is a man who has been alive for 900 years and knows things that he definitely shouldn't. This guy is known as the Infinite Man. He randomly appeared in the USA, and in a minute you'll understand why the police won't even file an official report. He randomly appeared as a homeless man on the side of the road, old scruffy clothes, just sitting there and wouldn't really say a word. But he then started acting strange to people of the public. In parks and restaurants, he'd go in and be speaking in Old English, like proper old English from the 1600s. And when he was brought in by the authorities, he switched and started speaking Latin and a load of other ancient languages. He then said to the officers his name was Iman and he was born in the year 1134, so quite a while ago. He then started narrating all kinds of historic events that, not things that we would know from the Bible or history books. He was detailing exact weather reports of exact times on exact days that were barely even filed. Then detailing things that weren't known in history, but then when people looked into it further, they went, this guy's actually telling the truth. Completely baffling historians and scientists who were looking at this. He then actually said to them that he doesn't live through to live through it. He dies and then wakes up in a completely different timeline. They let him go and he vanished. He was never seen again. They are completely baffled as to where he went. But if
sauce. The boss. The boss.
You guys, remember.
Yeah. 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 Sauce the boss. Talk that talk. Talk that talk. Yeah. Walking loud when I walk. Big play, big drip, no loss. Say my name right. Sauce the boss. Talk that boss. Talk that talk. Yeah. Walking loud when I walk. Big play, big drip, no loss. Say my name right. Sauce the boss. Came from the back of the line. Now they all wait on my time. Phone blowing up, decline. If it ain't check, never mind. Gold on my teeth when I grin. Still got a chip on my chin. Still got a chip on my shoulder. Stacking my wins, getting bolder. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The boss. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The boss. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Yeah.
Remember that mother that was accused of leaving her 2 babies in her hot car to get lip filler? Well, it turns out that she was actually getting a BBL. I'm so tired of hearing the same story over and over again, but this happened in June 29, 2025, when 20-year-old Maya Hernandez had an appointment at this clinic called Always Beautiful Med Spa in Bakersfield. She took her 1-year-old and her 2-year-old to her appointment, and despite the spa employee telling her that she can bring her children inside the clinic with her, she still left them in the car. Maya claims that she left the AC on, she left crackers and drinks, and she mounted her phone so they can watch shows while she was at her appointment. She got to her appointment at 2 p.m. and she finished at 4:30, but it turns out that her car's AC automatically turned off after 1 hour. Now, between 2 and 4:30, Maya did not check on her kids once. And I find this so difficult to understand because wouldn't any person with some common sense fear that their AC might turn off? So when Maya was finally done getting her BBL, she went to her car and she saw her 1-year-old foaming from his mouth. And I think this is the most torturous thing you can do to a person, because not only were these babies trapped in a boiling hot car, but they were also strapped into their car seats. And the story just gets worse because the employee that works at the clinic testified and said that when Maya found her children in that state, it took her more than 15 minutes to call police. The police arrived, her 1-year-old wasn't breathing anymore and was pronounced dead, and her 2-year-old did survive. And I find this part to be very devastating, but also educational for anyone who has babies, even though you're not supposed to be leaving any child in the car. But it was said that the reason why the 1-year-old did not survive and the 2-year-old did is because of their age difference. And that's because babies at the age of 1 are not able to regulate their body temperature.
The seated leg curl leg extension machine is one of the most common machines for home gyms, but the resistance curve sucks.
The man that you just saw in that video is a pedophile. His real name is Kyle Devine, but he goes by Kaizen DIY Gym on all social media. Now, before his arrest, Kyle was actually a decently popular social media guy, where he was documenting his journey building a do-it-yourself gym in his own home. But in December of 2025, Kyle was arrested in Indianapolis on some extremely disturbing charges. So in late November 2025, Indianapolis police were called in to investigate a rape in northern Indianapolis. And after they visited the home and spoke with the victim, the story became incredibly disturbing. So according to the victim, who was 16 years old at the time, Kyle had raped her 3 different times. This 16-year-old was helping Kyle construct the gym in his garage when things suddenly became sexual. According to the victim, Kyle provided her with alcohol on numerous occasions, marijuana, and cigarettes. And the first time that he molested her, he assaulted her twice in the same day after plying her with alcohol. Then, a few weeks later, when Kyle's wife and family were out of the house, he invited the girl over to help with the gym again. And this time, Kyle, according to the victim, provided her with alcohol, cigarettes, and then raped her in his bed. When he was brought in and questioned by authorities, Kyle readily admitted that he had done this stuff, but he claimed that this was a consensual relationship with a 16-year-old girl. I'm going to keep you guys updated on this case because I find stuff like this to be
about you, and it's no one else like you is what they're getting. Positive vibes only.
I think is one of the creepiest.
Shout out to King Saul's boss in the
I'm just
building.
gonna move out of the way immediately. Obviously, you can't see anything. It just looks like a black screen. And this was actually from a tour in the Waverly Hills Sanatorium. And just in case you're not terribly familiar with this, this is in Louisville, Kentucky, and it is considered to be one of the darkest places in the entire state. Whether you believe in ghosts or if you are a ghost hunter, I mean, if you are going to see a ghost, it's going to be in a place like this. I remember doing like a ton of research on this place because back when they couldn't keep up with the death toll inside the sanatorium, they had body chutes underneath the building, meaning there were so many bodies that they quite literally had to create a tunnel system to just funnel all of them out of the building. This picture was actually taken by the wife of the original poster. According to that post, it was taken while touring the morgue because you're kind of free to roam around on these tours, and she was completely alone. After being told by guides to brighten your photos, this is what they found. In a room where you were supposedly alone, there appear to be a collection of people, one of which is looking right at you. A lot of people reviewed this photo, including the guide on that tour, and there is still no explanation they can come up with.
Sauce the boss, yo, sauce the boss, of course. Hence, it's the same sauce.
This is why you should never put your address online. One day, a single dad was talking to his son named Colby. Colby insisted before bed that his dad read him a scary bedtime story. The dad agrees and begins saying there once was a kid who played with a guy named Helper23. Helper23 and the boy played video games for hours and hours every night. The boy's birthday was coming up, so Helper23 wanted to get him a birthday gift in real life. The boy, excited, gives Helper23 his address. A couple of weeks ago, the boy feels guilty for giving this man his address, so he calls for his dad in the room. He yells, "Dad," but no answer. He goes out looking for his dad and finds his dad hung in the garage and then looks behind him. He sees a man wearing all black smiling at him, and then he hears the baby crying. The mysterious man walks over to the baby's crib, picks up the baby, and then kills the boy. The son, looking confused, says, "Dad, why did the guy take the baby?" The dad looks at him and says, "I always wanted to be a father."
This is Israel Keys, and he did one of the most disturbing things to a young woman and her family that I have ever heard in my life. Israel Keys would be born in 1978 in Richmond, Utah, where he would be raised in a very strict Mormon household. As a teenager, though, Keys would find an innate interest in everything cruel and violent. Keys then would actually join the U.S. Army. He would be there from 1998 to 2001, where he would actually begin his life as a methodical murderer. Keys would do a series of very odd things to his bunkmates and other Army members, and it began to raise suspicion. But this all has nothing on what Israel Keys would do one day to a woman named Samantha Koenig. In Anchorage, Alaska in 2012, Israel Keys would kidnap Samantha Koenig from her coffee stand, hold her captive, and then kill her the next day, later staging a ransom photo using her corpse. In the photo, Keys would actually prop up Samantha Koenig's body to make her look as if she was still alive. He also would sew open her eyelids. But the thing is, Keys actually committed murders across the US. Keys actually set up kill kits across the United States that he would bury. These kits would have weapons, knives, rope, guns, whatever he needed to kill someone within the area, hidden within the ground. Israel Keys would actually be arrested in 2012 after he used Samantha Koenig's credit card. Keys would admit to several murders across the United States, but not give any details regarding them, and he would eventually unalive himself in his prison cell. It just goes to show you always want to watch your back, because
this right here is one of the creepiest things that you can experience, and thank God it was removed, because what the hell? The thing you just saw was a video game called Sad Satan. The video game appeared around 2015 on the deep web, and from the place and the name of this game, you know that something is wrong, but you're not ready for what's next. It all started in 2015 when a YouTuber called Obscure Horror Corner found the link in a forum, and obviously the link was this game right here. Now, him not exactly knowing what is this, he probably thought it was just a horror game, so he clicked on the link and downloaded it. And when he launched the game, he pretty much got stuff like this, the title, and simple disturbing levels with black and white distorted images. But this is where the scary shit begins, because the more you advance in the game, the weirder and scarier stuff you will find. For example, you will find disturbing images like this, but let me tell you that this is only surface level, okay? And I'm not showing images, okay? First of all, because they're hard to find, and even if I found them, I am not showing them, I'm not displaying them. I told you, the more you advance in the game, the more this shit becomes messed up. If you're asking how, well, at some point, you will see videos of people getting... Yes, I'm dead ass, I'm not even joking. At some point, the game will force you to watch videos of people getting violently unalived. You know, basically the word that you get when you remove the L from lore and replace it with a G. Now, some people might be like, okay, bro, I mean, I've seen worse. I know somebody that watched this stuff every day. What's so different here? Well, let me tell you that we're not finished. Because if you keep going anyway, then you will start hearing whispers and screamings of children. And yes, they are real. Guy who made this game, I don't know where the fuck he found all the videos, all the recordings, but he did. And if you like the game, then you are forced to see them all. If you're still not convinced that this is the creepiest shit somehow, well, let me tell you that in this game, I mean, this is the last thing. And if you're not convinced, bro, I don't know what's wrong with you. In this game, there is CP. If you don't know what CP means, man, you're a good guy. Stay like this. I didn't know what CP stands for until I searched the game. Oh, also, did I mention the fact that the game is a virus? Well, not completely, kind of. Once you execute the game on your device, PC, whatever, then it completely starts acting by itself. The game wants to freeze randomly, then it will freeze. If it wants you to see a message in your damn own PC, then make sure that you will see it. Whoever made this game is unknown, okay? Until this day, nobody found him. And don't worry, you cannot play this game. The game is entirely removed. It's damn near considered a lost media, meaning you cannot play it anymore. Even if you try to look it up, then you will only find the fake ones, okay? The real one was wiped off. I mean, thankfully, because what the hell is this?
There is a ghost in this picture of me when I was a little girl. Honestly, there's already been a handful of spirits that have been captured of me growing up and everything, but I just noticed this one and it looks creepy. It looks like there's a spirit of the man just looking right at me. I have to show you so you can let me know what you think. Okay, first let's take a look at the photo. So here I am at my friend's birthday party. I am right here. Go ahead and take a look at this photo. And look at the year. It says 1998. Isn't that wild? I feel so old. All right, now let's zoom in next to me. Okay, so I'm actually freaking out a little bit because sometimes I can't see it. I will look at this picture and be like, okay, I really don't think I see anything, but I really do. You cannot tell me that that is not an eye. That is a legit eye. It looks like a man. It looks like this kind of like he's facing towards the side of me. There is a legit eye here with an eyebrow and hair. Are you kidding me? I have always said there is a spirit of a man attached to me, but kind of getting proof like this, like what? Like no one can tell me that that's not an eye. Like that is someone's face right here, and it's not a kid's face. It is like a man's face. Please let me know what you think in the comments because this is crazy.
Back on. Who else, man? Huh? Sauce the boss, man. Of course, Sauce.
About you, and it's no one else like you is what they're getting. Positive vibes only. Shout out to King Sauce Boss in the building. About you, and it's no one else like you is what they're
do not break in. They walk in through your front door that's unlocked, your back door that's unlocked, your side door that's unlocked, or any of your windows that are unlocked, or even your doggy hole in some cases. Also, humans have evolved learning to be vulnerable at night, and we never de-evolved this skill as well. Also, when you wake up from a hypnic jerk, so when you feel like you're falling in your sleep, it's because your brain thinks that you're actively dying. Also, if you just recently locked your front door, it doesn't really matter because serial offenders often check door handles and windows weeks prior to breaking in. So they'll remember your house. In true crime interviews, most victims did hear something but dismissed it as house settling noises or them being paranoid in the middle of the night. Nighttime crime succeeds because people don't want to be wrong. So calling for help, 911, a family member, something, getting up to check, it's embarrassing when you're wrong. So this is why a lot of people get killed or get their home broken into as well. Also, most serial killers have been described as normal or kind or a really good stand-up guy by their neighbors and those closest to them.
I would get violent if I lost an acting award to a dog. Imagine working your entire career to get to the point where you can be eligible for one of these award shows, and then the director of the movie puts his dog in the movie, trains the dog about where to go, which I get that's impressive, but like the dog doesn't understand what's going on. Awards are to recognize people's hard work. The dog didn't necessarily like put any hard work into it. The dog was forced to be there and then listen to commands, which is impressive, but it doesn't trump another human's work. And this weekend, the adorable Indy the dog from Good Boy ended up beating Allison Brie and Ethan Hawke at the Astra Award. Like, I don't think a dog should be winning any sort of award over an actor. I feel like that could be a separate category, even though there weren't really any other animals that could have been up for it this year. But I think it's really unfair to put that cute, adorable, lovely little dog in the same category as these hardworking humans. Like, this dog won Best Performance in a Horror or Thriller. That's a really big deal. Let me know if you agree with my take and follow for more freaky.
This disturbing and completely unexplained video has already gotten over 18 million views. It was posted by a young woman who went on a hiking trip in the Appalachian Mountains with her friends. According to her, at some point they started hearing strange sounds coming from somewhere in the distance. They decided to follow the noise, and what they saw left them absolutely shocked. The girl immediately pulled out her phone and started recording. In the footage, you can clearly see that the hikers managed to capture what appears to be a real centaur. For those who don't know, a centaur is a mythical creature from ancient Greek mythology, half human and half horse. And honestly, this doesn't seem to have any logical explanation at all. Could it really be possible that something like this exists in the Appalachian Mountains? I started looking into this topic, and it turns out this isn't even the only video where people have reportedly encountered real centaurs in the Appalachians. In all of these clips, people clearly try to keep their distance and record from hiding, because there's no guarantee that centaurs would be friendly toward humans. So what do you think this actually is? High-quality AI work? Or do the Appalachian Mountains really hide more than just skinwalkers and other dark creatures?
Sauce the boss, yo, sauce the boss, of course. Hence, it's a simple sauce.
Scientists just discovered biblically accurate angels, and what they found will shock you. A newly released study by the Royal Astronomical Society shows documented evidence of a strange phenomena known as Dyson spheres, where they were able to detect intelligent life harnessing energy around home stars. When they released the official footage, the form in which this intelligent life was displayed shocked many. But the reason why this was so mind-blowing is because this looks exactly how the Bible describes a class of angelic beings known as the Ophanim. In Ezekiel 1:15-21, the prophet Ezekiel details about an encounter he had with an angel, and he describes their appearance as wheels intersecting wheels, with the rims around them all covered with eyes. Scientists unknowingly prove biblically accurate angels to be real, and this is not an extraterrestrial phenomena like they think, but actually an interdimensional being that the Bible spoke about thousands of years ago. Science does not disprove Christianity, but instead validates it, because the closer you get to truth, the closer you get to God. Everything is being revealed in this hour because these discoveries are a call to action from God himself to return back to him before it's too late.
Yeah, sauce the boss. Slide in the spot, that's pressure. Whole team up, that's extra. Clock on my wrist, that's measure. Time that I spent, that's treasure. Mama say, boy, stay focused. I turn my pain into bonus. I turn my doubts into trophies. Now all these rumors, my promos. Yeah, 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 the boss. Yeah, 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 the boss. Woo. Woo. Yeah, woo. Yeah. Yeah, sauce the boss. Yeah. Yeah, sauce. Yeah. Yeah, the boss. Yeah. Yeah, the boss. Woo. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Yeah, sauce the boss. Talk that talk. Talk that talk. Yeah, walking loud when I walk. Big play, big drip, no loss. Say my name right, sauce the boss. Sauce that boss, talk that talk. Yeah, walking loud when I walk. Big play, big drip, no loss. Say my name right, sauce the boss. Came from the back of the line. Now they all wait on my time. Phone blowing up, decline. If it ain't checks, never mind. Gold on my teeth when I grin. Still got a chip on my chin. Still got a chip on my shoulder. Stacking my wins, getting bolder. Yeah, 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 the boss. Yeah, 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 the boss. Woo. Yeah, woo. Yeah, woo.
Seek forgiveness of your sin and ask God to cleanse you, because now is the time to surrender to Jesus Christ.
This is how they caught the Friday the 13th killer. Glenn had scripted his own real-life horror movie, and he was playing a game of cat and mouse with police. He had nothing to lose. He didn't plan to see another night. Also, this is from the Friday the 13th murder documentary show. Police learned that the last time he saw his friend Greg, he gave him a note. Greg was also talking about the demon thing. He was saying that Glenn's voice sounded different. It was like something inside of him snapped. The handwritten note said, "Don't ask any questions. Go under the bridge. There's going to be a box, and listen to everything in that note." So the police went right to the bridge, and they saw this ammunition box, and they were like, "Oh no, like we don't have time for anyone to see if it's going to blow." So they opened up the box anyway, and inside were 3 letters. One was to Greg, one was to his parents, and one was to his girlfriend at the time. And then there was a tape too. These letters were Glenn's goodbyes. In the letters and the videos, he signs them as Damien. And I'm sorry to any Damiens out there. He said he needed to change his name to Damien because it would make him closer to Satan. His girlfriend was interning at the news station, and in the note that he put for her, he said, "Here's the story of the decade for you, princess." The police are also talking in this documentary. They're like, "We're so scared. We didn't know where he was. We didn't know what he had planned." That is some small town energy right there. They didn't know what to do, but they wanted to feel like they were doing something, so they just started driving around looking for him. They're like looking down alleys, looking at the park, and then eventually they got to the station and his car was there. And at first he put a weapon right under his chin and the police were like, don't do it. And he said, here I am, you've got me. And he put it down. And it's interesting because during his arrest, he completely changed from this like maniacal monster. He was actually extremely cooperative. The reason behind this, he later revealed, was that he had failed Satan. He forgot the words to the incantation to finish what he was trying to do and not see the next day, if you know what I'm saying. He had 12 goals for the night, but he only ended up succeeding with one of them. Ken actually went to go see the court hearing, and Glenn's eyes were glued to him the whole time with hate in his heart. When everything was over, he stood up and he pointed at Ken like this. And he said, if I ever get out, I will finish the job. And Ken said he wholeheartedly believes him. Our Friday the 13th killer desperately wanted the death penalty so he could go to the other side and see his father. You know, Satan. But they ended up getting him for 2 attempted murder and 1 murder instead of capital murder. And he is living out 3 life terms right now.
Creepy things found in people's houses. Found under a carpet. Found in the storage room. Found in a basement. Found in an attic. Found under a carpet. Found in an attic. Found in the storage room. Found in a drawer.
My life, son.
Sauce the boss. It's his birthday. Everybody wish him happy birthday.
Oh, this is big right here, y'all. Everybody wish Sauce, the official boss.
Oh, man. We're
happy
back
birthday,
again.
man. Let's
You know,
go.
it's a beautiful
Let's see it in
day.
the timeline.
If you feeling down, just get you a bag
I like
of that.
I like
Just
the
light up.
I like the wish.
Can't fire you, Mr. Head Rock. Can't greet him with 2, only the 3rd eye. Killer Vision, PSER, Red Hospital. Let me on the track. Accidents and opera O's. Conscious, unconscious. Flow riding on my train. Denzel, Chris Pine, unstoppable. Albert Einstein. Imagination is more important than knowledge, therefore I'm flying off the tracks. Extraterrestrial blunt, I got it on my lab. When I land, soul train line, hop up on my dad. They fear what they don't understand. I forgive them because they don't really know no better. Hope let them walk on water. I'm dancing in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean with a polo sweater. How bad do you want success? I was holding my breath.
Yeah. Yeah, sauce. Yeah. Yeah. The boss. Yeah. Yeah. The boss. Woo. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Yeah, sauce the boss. Talk that talk, talk that talk. Yeah, walking loud when I walk. Big play, big drip, no loss. Say my name right, sauce the boss. Sauce that boss, talk that talk. Yeah, walking loud when I walk. Big play, big drip, no loss. Say my name right, sauce the boss. Came from the back of the line. Now they all wait on my time. Phone blowing up, decline. If it ain't checks, never mind. Gold on my teeth when I grin. Still got a chip on my chin. Still got a chip on my shoulder, stacking my wins, getting bolder. Yeah, 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 the boss. Yeah, 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 the boss. Woo, yeah, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss. Slide in the spot, that's pressure. Whole team up, that's extra. Clock on my wrist, that's measure. Time that I spent, that's treasure. Mama say, boy, stay focused. I turn my pain into bonus. I turn my doubts into trophies. Now all these rumors, my promos. Yeah, 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 the boss. Yeah, 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 the boss. Woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss. Yeah, yeah, sauce. Yeah, yeah, the boss, yeah, yeah, the boss, woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss, talk that talk, yeah, walking loud when I walk, big play, big drip, no loss, say my name right, sauce the boss, talk that talk, yeah, walking loud when I walk, big play, big drip, no loss, say my name right, sauce the boss, came from the back of the line, now they all wait on my time, phone blowing up, decline, if it ain't checked, never mind, gold on my teeth when I grin, still got a chip on my chin, still got a chip on my shoulder, stacking my wins, getting bolder, yeah, 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 the boss, yeah, 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 the boss, woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss, slide in the spot, that's pressure, whole team up, that's extra, clock on my wrist, that's measure, time that I spent, that's treasure, mama say, boy, stay focused, I turn my pain into bonus, I turn my doubts into trophies, now all these rumors, my promos, yeah, 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 the boss, yeah, 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 the boss, woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss, yeah, yeah, sauce, yeah, yeah, the boss, yeah, yeah, the boss, woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss, talk that talk, yeah, walking loud when I walk, big play, big drip, no loss, say my name right, sauce the boss, talk that talk, yeah, walking loud when I walk, big play, big drip, no loss, say my name right, sauce the boss, came from the back of the line, now they all wait on my time, phone blowing up, decline, if it ain't checked, never mind, gold on my teeth when I grin, still got a chip on my chin, still got a chip on my shoulder, stacking my wins, getting bolder, yeah, 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 the boss, yeah, 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 the boss, woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss, slide in the spot, that's pressure, whole team up, that's extra, clock on my wrist, that's measure, time that I spent, that's treasure, mama say, boy, stay focused, I turn my pain into bonus, I turn my doubts into trophies, now all these rumors, my promos, yeah, 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 the boss, yeah, 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 the boss, woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss, yeah, yeah, sauce, yeah, yeah, the boss, yeah, yeah, the boss, woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss, talk that talk, yeah, walking loud when I walk, big play, big drip, no loss, say my name right, sauce the boss, talk that talk, yeah, walking loud when I walk, big play, big drip, no loss, say my name right, sauce the boss, came from the back of the line, now they all wait on my time, phone blowing up, decline, if it ain't checked, never mind, gold on my teeth when I grin, still got a chip on my chin, still got a chip on my shoulder, stacking my wins, getting bolder, yeah, 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 the boss, yeah, 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 the boss, woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss, slide in the spot, that's pressure, whole team up, that's extra, clock on my wrist, that's measure, time that I spent, that's treasure, mama say, boy, stay focused, I turn my pain into bonus, I turn my doubts into trophies, now all these rumors, my promos, yeah, 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 the boss, yeah, 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 the boss, woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss, yeah, yeah, sauce, yeah, yeah, the boss, yeah, yeah, the boss, woo, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah, sauce the boss. Talk that talk, yeah, walking loud when I walk. Big play, big drip, no loss. Say my name right, sauce the boss. Talk that talk, yeah, walking loud when I walk. Big play, big drip, no loss. Say my name right, sauce the boss. Came from the back of the line, now they all wait on my time. Phone blowing up, decline. If it ain't checks, never mind. Gold on my teeth when I grin. Still got a chip on my chin. Still got a chip on my shoulder. Stacking my wins, getting bolder. Yeah, 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 the boss. Yeah, 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 the boss. Woo. Yeah, woo. Yeah, yeah, sauce the boss. Slide in the spot, that's pressure. Whole team up, that's extra. Clock on my wrist, that's measure. Time that I spent, that's treasure. Mama say, boy, stay focused. I turn my pain into bonus. I turn my doubts into trophies. Now all these rumors, my promos. Yeah, 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 the boss. Yeah, 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 the boss. Woo. Woo. Yeah, woo. Yeah, yeah, sauce the boss. Yeah, yeah, sauce. Yeah, yeah, the boss. Yeah, yeah, the boss. Woo. Woo. Yeah, woo. Yeah, yeah, sauce the boss. Talk that talk, yeah, walking loud when I walk.